Good afternoon, everyone. Just want to let you guys know this is the very first time I've had one of these things on, and it's kind of, well, strange, because every time I've spoken in front of everyone, I've always done it without one of these mechanical things, but obviously, because I'm speaking in front of a huge audience, this is different. But first I want to say thank you so much for such powerfully deep words in your songs. It's beautiful. And I thank you for being here, for giving us a little bit of that for us to listen to. Thank you for having us here today. This is a beautiful time for us to get together and to really get inspired about recovery. And today I heard a little bit about the history of this beautiful theater. And it brought me to thinking a little bit about my own recovery. I found out that this place was left completely in disarray. It was a beautiful theater in the beginning when they first made it, so people can come here and listen to music, orchestras or whatever the case may be, and all of a sudden it was left alone. And it was abandoned, neglected, and completely destroyed. And about 10 years ago, people came over. Somebody said this theater has to be fixed. There's more to this theater because of its history. And all of a sudden, thousands of people came in with the person who decided this place needs to be fixed because of what it meant. The place needed to be restored, to be brought back to its glory because of all it's done to the people in the neighborhood, to the community. And all of a sudden, many people came in here and fixed it up, and lo and behold, look at this place. It's brought people back here. And for this reason today, we have people coming in here to be inspired by recovery, to be brought back for hope, so that everybody can get together to support each other. And we got people from America crossing the ocean to bridge the gap of recovery so that we can really support each other in this wonderful thing on wellness. And when I heard Rich come by, and he had a difficult time, because I know yesterday he had a problem from the weather in Boston, and I'm pretty sure coming here in a hurry was difficult for him, but he still made it. I was thinking when he was talking about the history that he went through, 20 years and 40 years. And I look back at my history, and I look back as far as I can remember 50 years ago. I was only 6 years old. And I see myself in a foster care system. And there were memories much more clear at that age, that I could see a place that I thought was my family, where there was a couple of things happening. And I see that 50 years ago till now, all the things that happened to me is a history of who I am, just like this theater. And there was child abuse, there was sexual abuse, and as I grew up, became an addiction from all the things that I wanted to hide. And as I grew up from the foster care system, I too was neglected. I was abandoned by my mother and my father. And I was left in a foster care system that really wasn't looking out for my best interests. And they put me from one foster care system to another. And in that second foster home, I was physically abused in there until finally they took me out and put me in the third one and left me alone. I was also raised with my brother. As I grew up with my history still there intact, a lot of things were happening. I still didn't feel good about myself. Still trying to identify who I was, who my parents were. Still broken from all the things that happened. Went to jail. Stood homeless for many years. All of this, and I'm still thinking about what really happened to me. I was all by myself. And as I got out of that situation, it wasn't quite myself who actually did all this. It was people. People like me. People who have been in the same situation or similar experiences that I have been, who decided to give me the words that I needed to encourage me to believe that I could do something with myself. And this is where peer support all came in. And for me, from prison to stepping outside into society again, to be a completely different person, I needed all the help I had to get in order for me to continue the life that I did not want to go back to and start a new one that was very difficult for me to do. And the only way I could do that was to have people, lots of people, to encourage me, to give me the inspiration that I couldn't find in myself to move on and to do whatever was necessary to make sure I get there. And there were days I thought I couldn't do it. But those same people, or even new people, strangers, were encouraging me every day to do something to make sure I didn't fall back. And like this theater, it was healed, it was fixed, it was brought back to life. But a building is not like a human life. It's a whole different thing. But yet, this place right here got us all together. Because if it wasn't for the thought and the inspiration of that one individual and the thousands of people that came here to fix this place, we would not be here today. It's the same thing for me. If it wasn't for all those people who believed that I could do something with my life, the purpose that I am here today, those people brought me here today, as well as I got myself here because I believe that I got myself into recovery. I believe that I can do something with my life. And it's because of all that history. All those people helped me to get here today. So as I look back and I see all of this and I'm saying, man, I did a lot. There's not just the history, because all of that I can leave behind, but it's because of that, this is who I am today. As a person who has been homeless for a lot of years, a person who has had drug use for many years, a person who has been into all kinds of experiences, and yet I had the help that I needed to get me where I am today. Through peer support, through the help with clinical, because that also was a big part of my recovery. And I've been to your country, I've been to the Netherlands 3 times. This is my 4th now. With this year being where I had been here for 3 months, helping in peer support about stigma, nonviolent communication, mostly about disclosure, to be able to talk like I'm doing here today about what it was that I went through and what I can do to make myself a better person tomorrow, but starting today. And I'm proud of what happened. Not that everything was all happy and all, the experiences that I had isn't something that I'm proud about, but it's something that I'm not ashamed of anymore. And neither should any one of us here. And this is why we're here. To bring all of those experiences to help each other, to support, no matter what our culture, no matter what our language is. We all went through some experiences and we all know exactly what those feelings were. So it doesn't matter where we come from. And we're here together to share that and to do something about it and to change what can be changed and to help each other push through all of that, to give each other a better life to live. And even though this is still a little strange and everything, I'm happy to be here today. And I'm hoping that what happens all here today can inspire all of you, all of us, to move on to a better day today and look forward to tomorrow. Because that's what this is all about here. Because I know in my heart that recovery is possible for everyone. So I thank everybody for bringing me here, give me a chance to be here for another week, to help and to also be helped, because I've learned a lot when I've been here for 3 months. And I hope it does the same thing for you. And so, I think my 15 minutes, I still got 5 minutes left. I'm moving too fast. But just to let you guys know, that it doesn't truly matter what experiences you've gone through, as long as you're able to speak to somebody. I know for a fact that I could not do this by myself, even though I was by myself for many years. But I always got myself in trouble. And with recovery, it is one person helping another person to help himself. And we are stronger with numbers. There is strength in numbers. And the more people you'll have in your network of support, the stronger you are. It's really that simple. Well, maybe not that simple, but still, you can get there with people. And that's why we're all here together. And right now, this is strength. This is hope. This is inspiration. All of us, right here. And I thank all of you. And I hope today, later on, we get a chance to talk and get to know more about each other. And I hope we have a wonderful day. Thank you.